All right. See if we can't win round one. I'm so used to losing it. If I can win round one 2 weeks in a row, that'll be a good week or a good challenge. Hey there, Cold. Give you a hen low here. Seven rounds today. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a keep. We're on the draw. It's got two Astros, which is a little awkward, but it's also got two Prof Prisms and two Tron lands, so you don't really mulligan that. If it's up against aggro, we are going to want to draw a bit better, but against most decks, we'll have enough time for this hand to be decent. Be pretty hard to flop. Oh boy, turn one mountain. Not a snow mountain either. This is probably burn, and he probably has a turn 2 thermo or something. If he doesn't do anything turn 1. This is probably the worst land we could have drawn, but it is still a land, so he might end up wanting it. Overall, burn's not that bad of a matchup, but if they're really greedy and save for the turn 2 thermo, they can really get you game 1. That's a Firebrand Archer, so he's an extra greedy build. But it's really good against Tron, so our opponent's most likely going to win this game. And then post-board, it's going to be RNG. Overall, it's a pretty good matchup for us. I seem to run into round one burn a lot, despite the deck being really bad and not putting up any results for a very long time. Everyone still seems to run it against me. So we're going to lose to it, and it's going to put me in a bad mood for the challenge. That's just how it's going to be. We do get to see a decent amount of cards here, but we kind of need Tron, and we kind of need a life gain spell. Oh, there's Tron. We'll save these for later. I'm looking towards playing wall just to gain 2 life here, because my hand is that bad. If we can find the teachings or something like that and we don't die, he's at 3 in hand, then we can stand a chance. So we're drawing to teachings or weather the storm here. He's on thermo too. Okay. Let's see how lucky or unlucky we are here. Pretty lucky to draw the mine, but still need Tron. That's not very good. This is the storm turn. No counterspells either. And that's the last land I would have tutored up with my expedition map. Awesome. Yep. Those are some bad draws. We're gonna die. Our burn opponent gave us enough time. Most draws that aren't bad should have been able to beat this and find the teachings by now. Because we're on a bunch of impulses and stuff, or at least draw some more cards, maybe pull some Rasa too. We had a lot of outs to dig pretty hard. Instead, we drew lands. It's okay. That's why we play 3 games of Magic. We have 3 Hydro, 2 Dispel, and another Weather on the sideboard. Hey there, Seraphim. Hey there, Furion. Opponent has lethal most likely. I'll be surprised if he doesn't kill us here. He's still got 2 in hand. There's no way he has nothing. Yeah. You gotta always have the Fire Blast. Our burn opponent's draw wasn't even that great. Our draw was pretty bad though. Again, the Dispels, the Hydros, and Weather the Storm. We'll cut the Fog, cut the Denova Horror, cut a Flicker. Cut 2 Flicker. Cut 2 Flicker. Cut a Wall and the other, maybe an Ephemerate. Kind of just want to go for this stuff. And Drifters can finish them off. Yeah, that's fine. Let's try to not draw none of our relevant spells this time. We had to play a turn 3 wall just to gain 2 life that game. And yeah, that's not very good. Burn is actually a good matchup for us, usually. Yeah, Sun's fine. It's got map, it's got prism, it's got dispel, not hydro, so if our opponent has the creature, which he's on 8 of the burn creature, so he probably will. We do want to find a hydro for that, or a counterspell or prohibit. So we're drawn to a 5-0 for that. We can also, we're not too far from Tron. Like we've got tower map here. I'll probably play prism on 2 still. Turn 1 Rift Bolt, that's fine. See if we can't. Okay. Well, that works. If our opponent doesn't have the creature, this game's going to be pretty easy, but if he does, it's going to hurt a lot. Because again, we have Wall, not Muldrifter for turn 3. So that's not going to work out. We do have 2 turn 3 Tron Prism draws, so that's nice. If you have Smash, you have Dispel. And we're flooding out again. Awesome. We're drawing pretty live now, though. Like Ghostly Flicker, Ephemerate, all that stuff is awesome. Teachings is always going to be good. I would like to see a Muldrifter now. If he goes for the Smash, we obviously Dispel it. Actually, we cut the Flickers, right. So we just want the Teachings or something. They always have the Smash. If he has the second Smash, that's when it gets annoying, but being able to Dispel the first is pretty nice. We don't have Flicker, but that's fine, because it's pretty bad, usually. Goes for the 3rd land, probably brought in those silly shocks. Alright, that's a good draw. That should stabilize us. Our opponent's at 3 in hand, we're at 13. He just played a 3rd land out. As of right now, I'm looking at Teachings for Teachings. That's fine. If he plays like a bunch of burn spells, we'll go for something else, but right now, it's kind of tempting. Could also play around Burn, Fire Blast is the last 3 cards in his hand. I think we're going to. I'm going to take Weather here, but I'm not going to cast it. Because he has the respect there. That's a good draw. We're going to go Wall, grab Dispel. Alright, that should stabilize us. Now that we untap. Hey there, Cole. We're going to evoke in case we draw, well, we have Mortmire too. But Pulse of Marasa. Don't really need the body right now. I think we're just going to go ahead and really aggressively Weather here. He's at 3 in hand. We are very, very flooded. It's kind of annoying. But we have Teachings for Ephem now that we just got the Black Source, and we'll be able to cast spells a lot more aggressively. So I just want to make sure we're out of like random burn range. I want to respect Fire Blast and stuff. Because our opponent's list seems fairly aggressive. I think going for the, even if it's just 6 life, is going to win us this game. I think I still just want to evoke. I really don't see a reason to keep the body around right now. Play the second island. That's 2 Dispel Flashback Teachings. I think we have enough time to grab Teachings again. Opponent flooded out. That's fine. Curse is actually pretty bad against Tron now. Like, it's really slow, and it's just going to enable us to have time to find Weather the Storm. It's not like the Recursive Burn does anything, that at least that slow. I almost think you should cut it these days, if you're the Burn player. That gets a Cycle Land, I guess. It's pretty free. I've got enough mana for it. Need more prisms. tutor up Ephem first. And then we can tutor up a Hydro. Or we can just rebuy our teachings, tutor up like that, but I think we still rebuy Weather the Storm. And just grab the Hydro with our teachings, and that'll be a nice storm turn. Or not. Still gonna flashback teachings here. See what we can get. What do I even want? I almost want Impulse. Dig for more prisms. That sounds nice. Let's do that. Take another Hydro though. That's still good. So we're gonna hold, or we're gonna Hydro his curse. We're gonna hold priority. No, we don't. Yeah, we're just gonna weather. For some reason I thought I had another prism. That's my misplay. But yeah, the game's super over. I was gonna say, we're gonna hold priority. That's why I floated my mana like that, is I was expecting to hold priority ephemerate weather. Just wasn't thinking straight, I guess. It's fine. We're at plenty of life now. We'll let most things resolve at this point. Can also just Hydro really aggressively because we don't really have a reason not to. Our opponent doesn't want to concede. I don't get how, like, this is, in the past month, I think I've had 2 or 3 burn players for round 1. And they never do well, but they usually beat me, which is annoying. I think we're going to grab Impulse and dig for either Pulse Marasa or Mole Drifter to end the game. That's where we're at. Pulse Marasa, there we go. That's a win gone. Prism is good. It's actually really good. There you go. Alright, we're on the draw now. I don't know, I think this is still fine. Support until all the cheap interaction. Get a weather and Mole Drifter off. Yep, second Mole Drifter couldn't beat it. Too strong. That's what my extra emote should be until the next Burb emote comes through. I should get a Mole Drifter face. That's what I should do. Name it value emote. I'll ask the Discord for help with that. Get it with the transparent background and just throw it on until I can get the next emote through. So we're on the draw. We have 2 prisms, no Hydro, no Dispel, but 2 Drifters too. I think we keep this. Like, you don't really mulligan hand like this, and then the burn player's gonna net draw us, and it's gonna feel really bad. But here we are, keeping it. So our opponent's being incredibly greedy and holding on to burn most likely so he can get it down with the Thermo. Or not, he's going to go for the bolt. Good. I was going to say, you're being really greedy if you don't just cast the burn there. Ooh, missed land drop. That's huge for us. If we can draw Tron off the top, that would be insane. But Dispel's good too, because then we can go Prism and have Dispel and then later work on Counterspell too. Because our opponent's missing land drop, so I kind of just want to get my mana up there. Yeah, we really needed that with this, especially with the draws we had. They're really slow. So we just need to get there. Does Burn still play Molten Rain? They shouldn't. It's really bad. It's not a good card. I'm still going to Evoke Drifter here, I think. Like, it's just the best line. We just want to dig for Tron. And if we find Tron, we win. Like, even if he draws a land off the top, we're still fine. We're going to discard Mortmire. That's really bad. And we drew the island. And that'll get us Trinket Mage for Expedition map. I'll hold up Dispel. Get the end step bolt. Still missing land drop. Perfect. So we're going to do this. Grab the mine. And that's stabilization. There's no way he's beating this. We have so much time to find all of our life gain, and we have enough counters that anything that we care about won't resolve. We have one in the graveyard, so you kind of want to cast these just to speed up our clock. We're going to continue holding up counter magic. We lose the game by being greedy, and like, let's say we just never see Hydro Blast or life gain, and he resolves a Thermal Alchemist right there. That's how we lose this game. I like to change it up. I really like both of them. I like the border here. Like, I used to be on like the border symmetry or synergy here. That's why I'm on these lands. I like the art of the promo Tron lands more, but the border really kind of kills that. Kills the aesthetic. There we go. That's what I want. So that's a win. Thank goodness we beat Burn. I run into it round one a lot. I'm kind of sick of seeing it. I don't think the deck's really playable. Like, beating it is fine. We are favored versus it, but Burn preys on unlucky players, and we all know that's me. So it's always a worry whenever I run into round one Burn. Because it's just kind of the Miser's tournament ruiner. Like, if you lose round one, you're doing really poorly in the tournament. And the Burn player obviously won't do well because it's a really bad deck right now. You shouldn't play Burn. You should hop on to any other deck, really. Red deck wins. Stompy, Affinity, anything aggro. But Burn. So whenever we lose to it round one, it always destroys their breaker, because then they end up going like 1-3 drop. That's what happened last time we played versus Burn. Alright, let's end the recording here.